Do you struggle to sit still, clear your mind, or even start meditating with ADHD? You're not alone. But what if I told you there's actually a way to make meditation work for you, even if you feel like your brain is running a marathon 24/7? Meditation isn't just a woo-woo practice. Science proves it can reduce stress, improve focus, and program your mind for happiness. And if you struggle with overthinking, feeling overwhelmed, or just being able to sit still, then this video is for you. This was me when I was struggling with anxiety and depression and thoughts I wouldn't wish on anyone. My mind was my worst enemy, but I remembered the power of meditation and I picked it up again. I did it almost every day for a year. The anxiety became manageable, the depression no longer controlled me, and those dark thoughts, they didn't win anymore. And I'm gonna show you how to do the same, and I bet you it's different from what you're thinking and what you've learned before. I'm gonna teach you why meditation is a lifesaver if you have anxiety, depression, or ADHD, how to actually make it work, because I know some of y'all are like, I tried it, it doesn't work. And the fastest way to see results from your meditative practice. All right, let's get started. So first, I want to go over why is meditation such a game changer for people with ADHD. According to WebMD, over a third of adults with ADHD use a mindfulness meditation, and 40% of them rate it very highly. Why? Because for them, meditation literally slows their brain down and allows them to focus a lot better and to control constant distractions. For those with anxiety, a study from Harvard Medical School found that meditation significantly reduces anxiety symptoms, even in people with generalized anxiety disorder, one of the hardest ones to treat. And lastly, for depression, meditation literally changes your brain. Research shows that it weakens the connection between the amygdala, which is the fear center of the brain, and the medial prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain that makes us dwell on stress. This means fewer negative spirals in rumination, less emotional overwhelm, and more mental clarity and peace. So basically, meditation isn't just about clearing your mind. It's about training your brain to get it to work for you instead of against you. And if you're dealing with ADHD, anxiety, depression, this might be one of the most important skills you'll learn. But I know what some of y'all are probably thinking, okay, Ayana, you're right. I need to meditate, but I did it before and it doesn't work for me. That's why I have this video, to show you how to make meditation work for you so that you can get in the habit of doing it almost every day. So the first thing you need to do is start getting to a point where you can make it a habit and that you easily flow into it. So what you have to do if you're starting out is put it on a schedule, on a calendar. Yes, use your brilliant phone app, maybe Google Calendars or whatever you might use, and set multiple reminders. At least 3 reminders ahead of time of the event that you choose. I suggest you choose a time when you already don't do anything. That leisure time when you're scrolling on your phone, or right before bed when you're just thinking about stuff. This is the perfect time to start meditating. Schedule it beforehand with 3 notifications before the time of your meditation practice. Helps transition yourself into the practice. A lot of people with ADHD struggle with transitioning, and so this significantly assists in that. My favorite way of setting reminders is doing one hour before the event, 30 minutes before the event, and 5 minutes before the event. This gives me plenty of time and plenty of reminders to get myself prepared mentally for my time of meditation. The second thing that is going to make this so much easier for you is to keep it simple. Silly. Don't jump in trying to do 1 hour Zen Buddhist mode meditation like you're some type of professional. You're new to this, so treat it like you're new. It's like trying to run a marathon when you haven't run in years. You're not going to do well at it. Instead, try to do it at least 5 minutes minimum to start out. The goal though is to build up to longer, because let's be real, 5 minutes is not enough. Usually our brain is still going crazy after 5 minutes, and that's okay. I'll get more into that later, but start small and you can start easy. Use guided meditations that you can find on YouTube. Choose ones that you like. Do not force yourself to do a meditation that you don't like just because it has a lot of views or just because it has a lot of good comments or something. The goal though is to get to at least 30 minutes daily. This might seem crazy at first, but I promise you, starting out with 5 minutes is perfect. Do at least 5 minutes for a week and see if you can do a little longer. The last and biggest reason why a lot of people with ADHD, anxiety, depression struggle with meditation in the beginning: do not fight your thoughts. Your thoughts are not your enemy. They are your power in this. I know this probably contradicts with what you've learned your entire life with meditation. The reason is because a lot of people, when the meditation became super popular within the spiritual woo-woo community, it got watered down from the original purpose and the original message. Very westernized version of meditation started to take rise, and it became more catered to neurotypical people of clearing your thoughts and listening to your breath. No true yogi who practice meditation in the Himalayas is just sitting there listening to their breath. That's boring, and that'll put you to sleep. For us with ADHD brains, that just shuts our brain down. And that's why a lot of people, when they meditate, they say they struggle with falling asleep. I did too, because I was trying to do the same thing, quiet my brain. That is not the purpose of this, and that is not going to help you with healing. The reason why thoughts are your friends during meditation is for multiple reasons. One of them being is that it helps you to see thought patterns. If you're trying to push thoughts away, you're doing the exact opposite of the whole purpose of the healing capabilities of meditation, especially for those with anxiety and depression. What a lot of people do not realize is that depression and anxiety has one major root cause. Of course, past life experiences is what causes it, but what perpetuates the problem is the thoughts in their mind. So when you're meditating, you're recognizing these thoughts so that you can transform them to use them for healing. What allowing yourself to think also does in observing your thoughts instead of trying to push them away and focus on your boring breath is that it helps you with memory and recall. When you spend time to focus in on the thoughts that come to your head, it makes it so much easier to remember stuff. You would be amazed by how many things pop into your head, like something you needed to do last week, something that you forgot you needed to do today, something that someone told you that was very important. These thoughts start to come into your mind as you're meditating, and it helps you train that part of your brain that improves memory and focus, because you're literally sitting there focusing on your thoughts. So when you exercise that ability to focus, that becomes apparent in other areas of your life when you're not meditating. You're training yourself to be more in the present moment. If you have the ADHD, superpower, hyper focus, ultra mode turned on right now, and you're zeroing in on this video because you're feeling the vibes and you're loving this information, go ahead and subscribe right now so I can share more amazing information to you all about healing ADHD struggles, anxiety, and depression using spirituality and science blended in a beautiful package. So as I promised, what are some ways that you can make your meditation practice more beneficial? So the very first thing is chanting. I know this is different from what a lot of you have heard. As I said earlier, meditation has become very westernized, and so it's lost some of its core meanings, and a lot of you think it's Om. It's not Om. The original word is Om, and I'm going to teach you how to do Om. And for those of you who may be a part of religion, this is not connected to a religion. It has nothing to do with any deity. It has nothing to do with God. It's simply a vibration, and it's a very powerful sound. It helps strengthen your connection to yourself, your spiritual gifts, and opens your third eye. And I'll get more into the third eye later. If you're feeling some conflict within, I know some of you are, you open your mouth as far as possible, like that. Then you let out sound. What's the sound that you make? So as you make that sound, you're gonna slowly close your mouth and continue making that sound. So I'm gonna demonstrate. As you're doing this, I want you to notice the feelings in your body. Where do you feel the vibrations as you go through each sound? The A, the U, and the M. What are you feeling? Many people experience it down and it goes up, is what I've heard. That's how I personally experience it. You might feel it here in your third eye chakra. I want to explain why opening your third eye chakra is very important. If you're unaware of what the third eye chakra is, very popularly known as chakra, but it's actually pronounced chakra, is an energy center that is right here. It actually isn't just some woo-woo energy center. It's actually connected to the pineal gland in our brains. Why is this important? The pineal gland is very important because it's responsible for the production of melatonin. Melatonin helps with our sleep cycles, and it helps with reducing stress and anxiety and improving our mood. Literally everything that I'm talking about right now. That is why chanting is very powerful, because it opens up that pineal gland. Now, for those of you, especially Christians, because those are the ones that generally raise the problems behind chakras and whatever, because it conflicts with this, that, and the other. I disagree. There is a verse in Matthew 6:22 through 24 that says this: "The eye is the lamp of the body." The eye, singular. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. This is what Jesus Christ said in that verse in the Bible. For many Christians, they translate this very different, but I have read this entire chapter, not just that verse, and it makes perfect sense that what he's talking about is the eye, meaning the third eye chakra. Why? Because he said it's the lamp of the soul. If you know about chakras, you know that the element of the third eye is light. So when it is open, you let light in, which is crazy because the pineal gland produces melatonin. What triggers melatonin to be produced or not produced? Light. It all makes perfect sense. Jesus was teaching people to open their eye and let the light fill in. It's symbolic. You can do this through chanting, and you can do this through meditation in many other ways. But we're gonna get more into that in more videos. That's why you need to subscribe. Okay, so you chant but how long? Just to start out, again, 5 minutes. But of course, your goal is to do it at least for 30 minutes, preferably 30 times. But do not rush it. Take your time and take a breath. Breathing is very important. So you take a deep breath. Feels so good. Here are some meditation myths I want to debunk, because this is also what keeps people from adopting the practice and just starting. The first one, you do not have to be in a quiet place. I have seen so many people wanting to be in a quiet place just to meditate. What a lot of people don't realize is that sometimes not quiet places is the best place to be, especially if you have ADHD. One amazing meditative practice that I personally do whenever I'm in a noisy place and I want to meditate is I focus on my environment. I notice everything around me, what people are saying, what sounds I hear, what sensation I feel. If someone's walking past me and my eyes are closed, do I smell certain smells? Do I hear certain things? Do I feel certain things in my body? This is an amazing thing to do when you're in a noisy, chaotic environment. Not only that, if you have anxiety and you meditate in a noisy environment, it helps you to calm your anxiety a lot better, because you become more adaptive to what's around you. You become more present and immersed in what's going on and grounded instead of spiraling out of control. Another myth is you do not have to sit still. So many people think that they have to sit still for 30 minutes to an hour to meditate, like they're some type of statue. First of all, if you have ADHD, come on now. Second of all, walking meditation is also a form of meditation, and it's just as powerful as sitting or laying meditation. The best way to do walking meditation is to go outside and go for a walk and meditate. You can even pace and meditate in your own home if you want to and if you can. What this does is it helps release stored up energy, especially for those of us with the hyperactivity form of ADHD. It reduces restlessness, and it's great exercise, honestly. Okay, here are some bonus tips if you want to supercharge your meditative practice, outside of the ones I just listed. The first one is breath work. Breath work is amazing, especially if you have anxiety. There's an amazing method called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Basically what it is you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. What this does is it gets fresh energy in and lets out any stored up oxygen from your body. And this helps calm your mind and regulate your heart rate. So whenever you're having moments of an anxiety attack or high anxiety, this helps a lot. It can help stop an anxiety attack from happening and ground you in the present moment. And if you're already doing the reflective exercises of your thinking and witnessing your thoughts, coupling these two together will help you calm your anxiety and face these negative thoughts. Then there's the 444 method. I love doing this before doing any meditation because what this method does for me personally is it helps clear my mind and gets me more focused. So it calms down, now eliminates some of that banter that happens in our ADHD mind. It's the 4444 method, my bad. Then what you do is you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. And you do this until you feel calm. It also helps a lot with sleep if you're having a hard time getting to sleep. Another amazing thing you can do, which will definitely help with anxiety and depression, is journaling after your meditative practice. If you're sitting, observing your thoughts, you will notice certain thought patterns that come up to your mind a lot. Certain intrusive thoughts or compulsive thoughts or whatever it may be. Write these down after. When you write these down, not only do you disconnect yourself from them, it also allows you to address them because now you're knowing what thoughts are causing the depression, what thoughts are triggering your anxiety. And when you're meditating and you're having a thought and you're noticing your body, you might notice that some of these thoughts are what's the cause behind your anxiety. It might be a handful of the same or similar thoughts. And once you address it, you can heal from it. Another amazing thing about it is you can also write down brilliant thoughts, brilliant ideas, amazing insights that you might have during your meditative practice, which can help you significantly in accomplishing certain goals you may have or boost creativity and motivation. And lastly, something that I did very early on in my spiritual journey is I used a lot of frequency music. Those solfego, or however you pronounce it, binary beats, all of these different frequencies have different effects on the body and they can help heal you. Different vibrational frequencies have different healing properties. So do some research and figure out which ones help better with anxiety and depression and all that stuff. One that I have learned that helps with improving positive thinking is 417 hertz. So if you want to improve those things, you can check out those and meditate to that music. So if you ever felt like meditation wasn't for you because of your ADHD, anxiety, or depression, now you know exactly how you can implement it into your life and make it the best tool that you'll ever have. But here's the thing, healing does not happen alone. If you're serious about overcoming struggles with ADHD, anxiety, depression, join my free school community linked in the description. In there, I have free courses. We talk about certain subjects in discussion. We share each other's insights, our struggles, our feelings. You get closer access to me where I can help you through any of these issues. There's also challenges in there that help push you towards becoming a more healthier, healed version of yourself. Trust me, having the right support system makes a huge difference. So go check it out right now and sign up, and I'll see you there. And subscribe, y'all. Peace.